Do you know that many women tend to be quiet, try to people please, avoid conflicts, fear arguments and criticisms? They keep their thoughts, feelings, and desires to themselves and struggle with communication breakdowns, which prevents them from having happy relationships that they want. Hello, I'm Grace C.W. Liu. Welcome to Communicate's Happily Ever After video series. I will be sharing with you magic phrases that you can use that will help you to deal with communication breakdowns. In the Communicate's Happily Ever After, you are the main character. Just like in any story, we have main characters, and you are the main character in your communication. In the previous videos, I have shared about challenges, opinions, mood, mistakes, upset, not funny, importance of I, complaints, active listening, tones of voice, energy of words, and today we're going to talk about styles, and that is communication styles. So if you missed the previous videos that I have done, do not worry. Stay here for now, and you can always catch up with those videos later on. And just know, like, you have your own fashion styles, right? Some of you might be boho chic, some of you might be casual, some of you might be business casual, some of you might be elegant. It doesn't matter, because you have your own communication styles, and that's cool. And therefore, you have your own communication style. Some of you might be auditory people. Some of you might, hear messages through hearing the word. Some of you might hear the message through seeing it through pictures. Some of you might hear the message or experience the message through the senses. And some of you might be very logical with your communication style. Some of you might be what we call fireball communicators, where you're so motivated and passionate and you're sharing your message through that passion and motivation that you're like a little fireball. Some of you are, very supportive and like to provide the guidance. So you would be what we call the nurturers. Some of you might be diplomatic, where you share your ideas as well as being open to listening to everybody else's ideas. And then some of you might be the humorous type, where things get too deep. You got to throw in some of that humor to lighten things up. So all of you have your own unique way of communicating and hearing messages. And then you have a mix of that with being the fireball or the nurturer, the diplomatic or the humorous. And just know that you can have a combination of, being a nurturer with a diplomatic or fireball with the humorous. And then, all of that, again, you can do that through how you see the message or hear the message or think about the message and sharing the message. You got to mix and match, kind of like some of you might have accessories and mix and match for your fashion, right? Everybody has his or her own communication style. And sometimes, like with fashion, like certain clothing or certain accessories clash with one another, right? And just like with certain personality and certain communication styles, they can clash with one another. What do we do? Well, the magic phrase is just basically accepting everyone's unique communication style and just realizing that everyone has his or her own communication style. And so you're going to see a lot of different communication styles and what have you, just because, everybody is unique, right? Just like everybody dresses their own way. So just appreciate that. So the magic phrase is, thank you for sharing your communication style. Thank you for sharing your personality. Thank you for sharing who you are. We just have to say, okay, this person clashed with me, but you know what? thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing with me your unique person. Thank you for sharing who you are. Because end of the day, we each are just part of this whole universe, right? And so we're, maybe sometimes we may not all get along, and that's to be expected, right? Because we have our likes and dislikes, and that's part of who we are as being human. But we certainly can just appreciate the people that we come across and just appreciate, like, hey, there is a difference, and just appreciate for that person for being different. Just appreciate that person for being who they are, and just appreciate that person for having his or her own unique communication style, because we certainly all do. I do, you do, and we can all just say thank you. For that, I want to say thank you for being here, being present, and listening to all of my magic phrases that I've shared. Hopefully you found value with the magic phrases. Again, you might have your own magic phrases that you use, and that is totally fine. I just want you to have some magic phrases in your pocket should you ever need it. In case, something comes up, you have something in your pocket that you can use that will help you to deal with any communication breakdowns that might come along the way. So thank you for being here. And if you or anyone struggle with communication breakdowns or struggle with communicating thoughts, feelings, and desires, please visit my website, gracesolutions.com. That's GRACESOLUTIONS.com to book a free complimentary 30-minute session with me. Yes, it's totally free, complimentary, no obligation whatsoever. This could change your life forever.